Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. This is a twofer. I got one video edited, ready to post, and now I'm working on the second video for today. We are doing a book cover today for our altered books. Yay, very fun. It is a crazy one. I adore it, and it took some engineering and some construction and some tacky glue and some clips. So it was very, very fun. It's like a Frankenstein cover. It's just awesome. So, all right, enough from me. See you on the table. So here's our project for today. This is the front of an altered book. I used pieces of old book. I'll cover these up, although they don't bother me. Metal zipper, fun stuff, tacky glue, vintage ink, vintage distress ink, old book covers, piece of metal, some nails, some hinges, handle, big knob. There you go. All right, are you ready for an adventure? I have tacky glue. I have a book that the cover is not covered yet. I have hinges. I have a zipper. I have a piece of metal. I have handles. I have a picture, and I have old book covers. So this is where we are going to begin. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my cutting mat and a ruler. And I am just going to start. Oh, I'll need some sandpaper too. Yes, sandpaper. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start cutting this book cover apart. And I'm not going to be too specific. I just want it in chunks. And we'll see where this is going to go. I grabbed some clips too because I'm going to need to use that to secure these things onto the book cover. So what you need to know is I've never done this, and so you and I are learning together as we play. So I'm just going to rough up the edge of that with my sandpaper. And because I have a simple mind and I can't handle too many things at once, I'm going to go ahead and glue these as I go. So I'm just going to put some tacky glue on the back of that. Oh my goodness, that's new tacky glue. That's lovely. All right, and I'm going to put it on this corner. And I'm just going to clamp it on. Set that aside. I want to work with this picture, which I think is very fun. So I need, oh, that's fun, huh? This has a nice flaw here, so we are going to embrace that. And I just want a little bit of that picture to show, not the whole thing. So let's just see here. A little bit wider than that. Okay. So let's go down here and cut that. Now I'm going to go on the opposite side and just cut that. And I'm getting a little fraying during the cutting because I'm going back and forth. It's okay. It's all right. We can live with that, right? And then I'm just going to go across the top. I grabbed my StazOn ink. I am going to be using that. I might grab the vintage photo too. Then I'm just going to make a cut across the bottom. So I'm just cutting a door out is what I'm doing here. All right, I have that completely cut out, and I am going to bring my sandpaper in and take care of the edges. So on this door, I'm going to bring in my corner cutter here and just soften those corners a little bit. Okay, back with the sandpaper. And I need to go inside this frame with the sandpaper and clean that up as well. So I'm going to round the edges with the sandpaper, here and here, a little bit there, and then this fits right back in there. So let's find some hinges. All right, I have 2 hinges. I am going to tacky glue those on. I may add screws later when it is actually on the book, but we shall see. Oh, perfect. All right, I'm going to just put some tacky glue around the edge here. Set our fun vintage photo in there. I do have my black stays on, but I kind of like this really rough look. And make sure your hinges are opening the correct way, like that. And I'm just going to put some tacky glue on each side of the hinge. And set it where I want it. It may glue my door shut, but that's not anything we can't handle later, so that's okay. All right, let's let that dry. Oh, you know what we need though? We do need a handle on that door. All right, let's see. So I have this handle. I'm going to go ahead and put little screws here on this side. This side doesn't matter. So I'm just going to make little starter holes here, right through that wet glue. And with a teeny tiny screwdriver, I'm going to attach those screws. I'm only going so far, okay? I can screw it in the rest of the way after I have it in the book. I'm going to put the handle on, same thing, just a little starter hole there and a little starter hole there. Then I'm going to take my itty bitty screwdriver and I'm going to install the screw on each end of the handle. I have to put screws there. That's all there is to it. I'm doing it. I'm going to bring in my wire snippers and just snip off the ends of those screws. Okay, I'm going to bring this back, and as you can see it's a little bit large for the front of that book. So I am going to just cut it down a little bit and make it fit. All this hardware, so fun. think it's about right there, shall we? Okay, let's revisit our door. So maybe next time I would wait until I'd gotten the hardware on before I put the picture in, because I poked holes in the picture, which I really like. So you guys know that I am here for inspiration only, so do what you need to around that. All right, let's bring our book back in. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, I'm going to put tacky glue on the back of this, and I'm going to clamp it onto our book. Now, I didn't install these outer screws completely so that I can screw those down into the book. Now you can cover these screws up with if you want. I kind of like them. I'll probably go in with some vintage photo ink there on the inside, but I like the hardware showing. So that's fun, right? Okay, we have a couple more pieces to cover. While the glue is still wet under here, while the tacky glue is still wet under here, I am going to cut this zipper so that it fits in there. That's very fun. All right, I'm going to take this, put tacky glue on each side of the zipper. Are you guys lost yet? You're totally coming along on my imagination here. So I have tacky glue on this side and on this side of the zipper. I'm just going to scoot that right in there. So this is what we have so far. We have a little Merchant of Venice tag there. We have the little photo here, and we have a zipper here. Much more fun to have. I'm going to go in here and clip this off because that might interfere with what we're going to do up here. So I'm just going to go in there and cut that off. Okay, so the next piece that I want to tackle is this piece right here. So how big do we need that approximately? 1¼ inch. All right, let's give it a try. So I'm going to bring this in. This actually has an old flap on it, and I'm going to leave that there. Bring my cutting mat in, measure down about 1¼ inch, and see how we do. So I have that piece cut. I'm going to take some sandpaper, fix that edge a little bit so that fits on there just fine. I'm going to put some tacky glue on it and clamp it down. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill in the blanks. Okay, one piece here and one piece here, or at least that is my intention. Okay, I'm going to make one more window up in here. Up in here. So I'm going to set that aside. I've already measured a piece out for up there. Okay, and I'm going to make a window here, which means I'm going to cut this part out, find a picture for behind there, and put hinges and things like that. Hinges and a handle on here, just like I did for the other one. All right, so I'll just begin by cutting this out. I think we have enough natural light now. So I found a fun picture in my inventory. I'll be using that in there. So I'm just going to continue to cut that square out. Phew, okay, got that out. Cut some corners. Bring the sandpaper in. I'm going to bring some sandpaper in here. Okay, on this smaller window, I think I can get away with just one hinge. So I'll make starter holes and install the screws. These screws I did not put all the way down because I'll screw those into the existing book cover. These need to be snipped off. These other ones need to be snipped off. Safety glasses. Look at this fun handle. It's huge, but we're going to use it anyway. So I drilled a hole in the window or the door, and I'm just putting the back of that handle on. Then I'm going to take the front of the handle and just screw it on. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's fun. All right, where are my girls? Let's just glue the girls in there. A little bit of tacky glue. I'm going to snip the top of that picture off because I'm trying to avoid those screws up on top. Perfect. Perfect, girls. All right, let's bring that book back in. Oh, the girls are sideways. All right, girls, you gotta flip. Gotta do a little flip here. There we go. That's better. All right, I am going to put some tacky glue on that and clamp it down. And I'm going to tighten down these screws. I'm grabbing a little bit of that book cover. Grab a clamp. Clamp that down to the book. One more ditty. One more fun little ditty. Piece of metal. Okay, let's figure this one out. Okay, so I have this piece of metal. I want to nail it down. These are some nails that I've used in a previous project. I found them on a walk with Hudson. So I'm going to take my hammer and I'm just going to hammer a couple of these nails in. So I do make a starter hole for my nail. Just because it holds it in place better for the hammering. Okay, so it is all clipped together until it dries. But isn't that a fun cover? Oh my goodness. We'll let it dry. We'll take it apart together. Let's have the unveiling. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. And then I did reinforce this. So I never did use the Stays-On ink, but I am grabbing the Distress ink and I'm just going along the edges here. No, it's not quite dry yet. I'm okay with that. Such an amazing book cover. All right, so there's one picture there. And there's one picture there. Here's a window, and there's a window. So fun. All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.